Carl here. Let's create a table matrix hierarchy in Power BI. First thing we want to do is we want to drag in a table matrix, and I'll just expand this across my report view. I'm going to make this pretty big, and I'll just keep it over here in the far left, put it right in the center. So the first thing I want to do here is I want to pull in product categories, and I also want to pull in sales. So right now in our table matrix, we have our product category and our sales. And if we wanted to start building out a hierarchy, the next thing we will have to do is to pull in another field into our rows. And I'll just drag and drop it right up under rows. So no advanced calculations needed. I just do that. And you can either come here and click on this plus sign, and now it will give you all the details to what appetizers sold, totaling to this total amount of sales. Another way that we can expand this is by coming up here to our go to the next level in the hierarchy. So we can press these double downs, and this will go to the next level in the hierarchy. So now we're going to product, or we can go back up, or we can expand everything by just clicking on the expand all down one level in the hierarchy by just clicking on this. And now this expands everything down. So as you can see, as we scroll down through each product category, we see some of the product category details and also that product category total right at the level of the main product category. Now let's go all the way back up to the top. And another thing we can do is we can add even more to the hierarchy. So let's just go ahead and grab regions, and let's just put that right in between product category and product. And now we have regions there. So if I hit expand one level down, by doing that, now we see that we have appetizers in our product category. We also have regions, which is our next level. So in our regions, we have our totals for our regions, and then that totals up to the appetizer. And if we expand one more level down, now we can see we have appetizers, then our regions. This is the Midwest region right here. And then what's sold in that Midwest regions to give us this Midwest total. And then if you keep scrolling down, it'll give you everything that sold in each region to give you this grand total at $254. The good thing about this is you can continue to add to this, and we can get all the way down to the state. So if I go ahead and add state, now I added state. So now we have the product category, we have the region, then we have the state as well as the product being the last item on the list. So we have what state sold and what region that state is in, and so on and so forth. And if we go ahead and drill back up, now we see what it looks like before we drill down. The next thing we want to do here is we want to add the date. So we're going to add the date into columns. And once we add the date into the columns, we see something new here. So we see the dates in the year, which is set to the default since this is the first one on our date. And then we have a new drill down. So we have drill on rows, which if we drill on rows, we know we can start drilling on the rows like this. And if we go back up to the top and we change this to from rows to columns, now we can drill on the columns, which will basically drill on the year, quarter, month, and day. So now that if I click down one level, now we see it's going to quarters. And then if I click another level, we go to months. And if I click all the way down, it goes to the day. And I can drill back up like this. If I expand all down one level in the hierarchy, this is what we'll get. So now we see the 2018 quarter 4, what sold in 2018 was just quarter 4. 2019 quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all the totals for each quarter. And if we drill one more to the month, we can also see what quarter and what month. So November, December here, and then in quarter 1, January, February, March, and then our total for that quarter. And then we can use our scroll bar to keep looking at that data. So we're drilling down more in the hierarchy and come back up here. And let's just say we want to drill down by the rows, and then we want to come here to columns and say, let's look at it by the quarter. Now we can look at it by the quarter, and we've also drilled down by that particular row. And if we wanted to look at even more detail, we can come back here to rows and drill down once again to the state. So now we can really start looking at more details in this table matrix by using these different hierarchies. And now you should know how to create and utilize the hierarchy in the table matrix in Power BI.